So today I want to talk about another one, and I think this is a genuinely great poem. It's by a British Canadian who wrote about the Yukon, right, which is the far west wilderness of Canada. His name was Robert W. Service. He was called something like the Bard of the Yukon or something. And this is called The Shooting of Dan McGoo. And it was written in 1907, and it's what's the word I'm looking at? Idiomatic. It's an idiomatic poem. It's a poem written in this New World English that is not British English, that is not classical English, and it's just beautiful in its use of that language. And if you pay attention to it, it's 1907, so it's really before any Western movies come along, but it is the scene in the saloon where the guys are playing the music and playing cards and all this stuff, and the guy walks in and suddenly the music stops and all this. And it's these guys, they're in a mining town, and there is a guy named Dan McGoo, Dangerous Dan McGoo, is playing cards, and this stranger walks into the bar. And the music stops and everybody looks around, and we know that there's something between Dan McGoo and this guy, but we never really realize what it is. And there's this beautiful girl named Lou, the lady known as Lou. And I'll just read you a little bit of it and talk about it a little bit more, because it's become part of like American mythology, and a lot of these things used to be something like, if you could make a joke about the shooting of Dan McGoo. There's an old movie, wonderful, wonderful old movie called The Spoilers with John Wayne. And The Spoilers is famous because it has the largest fist fight in movie history, the longest fist fight in movie history. Maybe not anymore, but back in the day it did. And I always used to compare growing up in my house to being in The Spoilers, because, you know, it was four brothers, and every now and again somebody at the door would fly open, somebody flying out, and there'd be a fist fight and all this stuff. So it was like The Spoilers. And there's this line in it where the woman in it, who is, gosh, I'll have to look it up. But she's one of the really famous movie actresses, and she's the singer in the saloon. And I'm just looking up, I just want to make sure I have the name of the, Marlene Dietrich, of course, Marlene Dietrich. And she's walking around this saloon in the Yukon. It's a gold rush town. And she says, "Oh, there's Robert Service. Mr. Service, are you writing a poem about me?" And he says, "No, I'm writing a poem about a girl named Lou." So he's writing the poem, The Shooting of Dan McGoo, which at the time the movie was made, everybody would have known. So I'll just read you the opening, and you can go and look it up. It's very short, take you 10 minutes to read it. A bunch of the boys were whooping it up in the Malamute Saloon. The kid that handles the music box was hitting a jagtime tune. Back of the bar in a solo game sat Dangerous Dan McGoo, and watching his luck was his light of love, the lady that's known as Lou. When out of the night, which was 50 below, and into the din and the glare, there stumbled a miner fresh from the creeks, dog dirty and loaded for bear. He looked like a man with a foot in the grave and scarcely the strength of a louse, yet he tilted a poke of dust on the bar, and he called for drinks for the house. There was none could place the stranger's face, though we searched ourselves for a clue, but we drank his health, and the last to drink was Dangerous Dan McGoo. So we knew there's something wrong with this. It goes on, it has some beautiful, beautiful poetry in it, and